Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's TPM5 with another NBA video. In this one, I'm going to be previewing the Eastern Conference semifinals between the first seeded Miami Heat and then the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm going to start with my thoughts about the Miami Heat, then talk about the 76ers, and towards the end of the video, give my predictions for the series. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, the Miami Heat are coming off of a win 4-1 in the first round against the Atlanta Hawks, winning in 5 games. It was a series that they were seemingly always going to win and managed to do so in convincing fashion, with the game they lost being a 110-111 defeat, which is a bit, not exactly a big deficit by any stretch. They were able to defend Trae Young very well, with the star guard admitting that he hasn't been guarded like that since high school. He shot the ball at 32% from the field and 18% from three, on his way to averaging just 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. And obviously, he was a key cog in the offense, and the Miami Heat defense again flexing their prowess, which was something that they've relied on for the last few years with that 2-3 zone when the conventional amount of man isn't getting results. Fifth in the league in defensive rating for the season, and so far these playoffs, second behind the Milwaukee Bucks, so obviously very elite on that end of the floor as well. And offensively, they were pretty good, fifth in the league in terms of all the teams left playing, and also top 10 in the regular season. So a very well-balanced team. But before I continue, I make NBA content 2 to 3 times a week. I'd heavily appreciate it if you guys subscribed, stuck around, and watch some more videos. Comment who do you think will win this series and give me your thoughts as well. I'm always interested to hear. And then yeah, let's move on. Jimmy Butler was instrumental in the first round, averaging 30.5 points, 5 assists, and 8 rebounds. He also shot the ball at 54% from the field and also 44% from 3 on 4 attempts. So slowly trying to fight the narrative that he isn't a closer, obviously trying to get back to that form that he had in the 2020 bubble. Now, Victor Oladipo played and returned in this series, playing 2 games, averaging 14 points. Max Strus really stepped up in this series, averaging 14 points, shooting the ball at 35% from 3 on around 9 attempts per game, so very influential for them as well. Then guys like PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry giving them high minutes on defense and also a little bit of offense with Kyle Lowry averaging 8 points and 5 assists, and then PJ Tucker averaging 9.6 points. And then guys like Bam Adebayo, obviously 12.4 points, 4 assists, and then also 8 rebounds per game. And then obviously they probably would have wanted more from Tyler Herro, who was getting the kind of same amount of shot attempts, but only shooting at 39% from the field. But overall, this team has been lauded for its depth over the course of the season, and it was a bit of envy for the league at a point where they'll bring up G League guys when they were hit with injuries, and guys like Omer Yurtsev and Caleb Martin were really playing minutes for them. This team has a lot of depth. Guys like those two aren't playing, and I think the key for Miami will be sticking to their defense and trying to shut down James Harden, which is something that they can probably do given, I guess, the inconsistent play he's shown this season. But now, as you guys can tell, we've got the 76ers footage on the screen. We're going to talk about them now for the next couple minutes. So, the Philadelphia 76ers played Toronto in the first round and nearly made a meal of what was to be an easy series, and at least what looked like it was an easy series when they took a 3-0 lead. But Toronto fought back to make it competitive, although they ultimately fell to the 76ers, as many people had expected to happen. Now, Joel Embiid averaged 25 points and also 12 rebounds, showing or proving why he could be the MVP of the league. Tyrese Maxey was the second best player on the team for this series, averaging 21 points and 4 assists alongside 5 rebounds. He's really stepped up this season and shown, shooting 51% from the field and 40% from 3 in these playoffs so far. James Harden, as I alluded to before when I was kind of transitioning into the Philadelphia 76ers part, showed signs of struggle, averaging only 18 points, but also dishing out 9 assists with 4 turnovers per game, shooting the ball at 37% from the field and actually shooting it better from 3 at 37.9. Now, Tobias Harris was a high teen scorer like he has been for the last few years, averaging 17.6 points on pretty good efficiency at 53% from the field. Then guys like Danny Green and Georges Niang. Danny Green added, obviously that 3-and-D presence that he's known for, and Georges Niang added some shooting as well. And then Matisse Thybulle was in and out depending on if they were playing at home. But nevertheless, this team is also pretty deep and has a variety of pieces that are required for a deep playoffs run. Now, the team currently at the end of that series sit kind of middle of the road in terms of offensive rating, and then also below Miami Heat for that matter. And then defensively, they're not too much better, also below Miami Heat. So on both ends of the floor, Miami probably have the number on them, obviously in a series. And when they play each other, we'll find out for ourselves. Uh, Philadelphia was slightly above average in both those metrics in the regular season as well, 12th for both. Now, the issue for them when they played Toronto was the unconventional lineup that they played, that being Toronto, which had a lot of length across all the positions and was part of the reason why they're able to win in Game 5 without Fred VanVleet. That kind of mentality that they had kept them going despite their lack of talent. Nevertheless, I think that Philadelphia are really going to have to find themselves in this matchup. Obviously, their Miami Heat play a traditional lineup with an actual kind of recognized center who's like 6'10 and Bam Adebayo. But onto my prediction for the series, and just before I do so, I think that the wild card for the 76ers will continue to be Tyrese Maxey. If he plays at the level that he did in round one, the 76ers have a good chance. But personally, I can't look beyond the first seeded Miami Heat, who have a great defensive system and have probably been more consistent in the playoffs up to this point. So that's my prediction. Don't forget to tell me yours in the comments. Like, share, and sub. Peace out.